Hi there. We've got a great video for you today, where I'm going to explain why anyone who thinks Michael Myers can beat Jason is wrong. Dead wrong. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you.
Okay, so there's our introduction to this week's episode. We are fanboys of some big franchises, and two franchises
are very friendly opening, I know.
We've seen a Freddy versus Jason film, and we'll play with those characters down the road because that concept's overplayed. But we love characters versus characters. Definitely they can be in the same canon, the same universe and everything like that. So today's episode, we are going to be talking about, in a duke it out battle, who would win? Jason versus Michael Myers. The Halloween character, not the actor.
That would be funny though. I'd like to see Austin Powers take on Jason Voorhees.
Really, baby? You know, no, it's...
See him trying to escape in the car, get stuck between the trees.
Yeah. But we...
Hold it together, camera lady. Hold it together.
This is going to go raw. There's no editing with this video. So, Jason and Michael has been around. Michael's been around a lot longer.
There's a YouTube video on Jason versus Michael, like a movie they did on YouTube.
We gotta give it. I
already did. I watched it. So I watched part one.
Was it good?
It was interesting. It wasn't bad. I'm not gonna give it a watch if you haven't watched it. It was entertaining.
Well, there you go.
I disagree with a lot of what happened in that, but it was fun watch.
So, Michael Myers. Let's put them in their own elements and discuss that real quick. Michael Myers in the films.
Are we talking about timeline 1 Michael, timeline 2 Michael, timeline 3 Michael?
Explain that one.
Are we talking about the Michael who ran from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? Or are we talking about the new Michael from 1 in 2018?
Well, I think we can class them as a whole because...
We're talking Rob Zombie Michael?
No, we are disregarding those ones, because we knew Michael as a regular-sized man that's just his will to kill his family.
Well, he's still a big guy, even in the...
Right, but he wasn't a 6'8" giant. He wasn't Sabretooth.
We might need Sabretooth though in this fight, because regular Michael's not cutting it either.
So when you look at Michael as a whole, take away the Rob Zombie ones, in the 2018 film Halloween, he's still very much related to the character that we all actually knew. The only things that they changed, at least as of right now, is the story of his sister.
He's much more brutal than he's ever been, and really.
Right. And, they changed a few minor things. One about the sister thing, which I do think that it's just a plot hole that they're just throwing you off the scent. I do believe...
We can't get into this.
Right, we'll talk about that another road. But I still think the 2018, 2019, and whatever other Halloween Kills, Halloween Lives is all connected to the first set of Michael films, not the Rob Zombie ones. I know Resurrection, it made sense eventually. Somebody had to lock this guy back up. I know Resurrection left where he was all burnt up. We don't really see, did we see Michael's face in Halloween 2018?
No, you only saw like the side of his head.
Alright, so they can all, Halloween, this 2018 can connect everything. So I'm making him one timeline. The fact is, in his own world, he is very much alive. There is an episode where he's a zombie, or zombie mode.
Yeah.
He is very much alive in every single one. His will to complete his mission, what drives him, his energy, his strength, in everything, is just his pure will of wanting to complete his mission of ending the world of his family. Now we look at Jason and his thing, and you talk about the multiple different timelines of Jason. In Jason, there are phases we have to consider when we're talking about his legacy going up against another character.
1 through 4 human Jason, and then 6 on is zombie.
And if you notice, he skipped 5.
That's right.
Yeah, if many of you don't remember, Jason was not the killer. His concept.
Well, I said 1 through 4. Jason wasn't in 1, 2 through 4.
Yeah, okay, 2 through 4.
I would have been killed by Ghostface. I'm sorry.
So there you go. But then there's also the Jason 6, pretty much through the.
Pretty much on until the remake.
Yeah, because the remake pretty much reset the story, which established him as being a live character, which.
And the remake Jason is still just a powerful force as ever. They didn't really screw with him too much.
No, they used the right concepts, but for purposes of reboot and not getting into it, we have to ignore the 29 reboot. That can be.
Well, I'll put the 29 reboot against Michael. Jason still wins.
Well, if you're doing it, okay, let's go with the 29 reboot right now against the legacy of Michael Myers. Yes, I do think Jason and the 2009 version will truly win outright. He's bigger. His endurance is more.
He's a force of nature.
Yeah,
even though he can body everyone, he's so smart in picking his spots.
And that's the one thing I appreciated that they did. They showed more details of his intelligence in this one of making the woods his own home.
Yeah.
The underground hermit living, the booby traps everywhere. It was all completely set up, and it showed, his outright intelligence that because in the original series he was more of a buffoon.
Well, I don't even think he was a buffoon in the original ones. Like 2, when he's falling over all the time, that's just first real hunt, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
And of course, he's an experienced killer. He doesn't know what he's doing. And
he's running in, and also remember he has the sack on his face that he visibly can't. Your eyesight's restricted to some degree.
I think he only had the one eye though. No, that came later, didn't it?
No, he always had his one eye was always lazy or damaged.
Yeah.
But so they actually did continue consistently keeping like that. I believe it was his right eye that was always constantly damaged.
And it just shows you he's doing all this with one eye. he chucked an axe with one eye.
Yeah, that is true. If you're going off the reboot of 2009, he was a lean, mean killing machine. He was pretty much alive too, and that was the impressive one where there wasn't no. Well, he's a zombie now. He comes back to life, and that's how he can survive so much. No, he's just muscles, and with that backstory of him living in the woods, it made sense for him to be a bulky character because he had to lift weight, trees, move everything around. They don't give that film enough respect.
No,
I legitimately believe.
I think the fan. Nah, I don't want to say that because I don't think the fan base is coming around to it. But I think that more people are starting to lighten up on it.
Yeah, and I appreciate that they did a lot right. But so now let's put that. Yeah, you give that Jason into even in the new timeline of Michael, where he's brutally killing people. He's brutally killing people. You still have Jason's strength outnumbering that. Yeah.
You'd have to, Michael can crush skulls, so can Jason, but could Michael crush Jason's head? No.
No, Jason would not allow him to get anywhere near his head.
I think fully that Jason could squash Michael's.
There you go. Now, let's flip back to the first timeline, Jason 2 through 4.
And let's not also forget Ving Rhames roundhouse kicked Michael in the face. He got bodied by Ving Rhames, and that you think that Michael can body Jason.
Let's go back to the real. Let's get back to the before Michael became somewhat of a comedy joke there. Michael Myers from Part 1 versus Freddy versus Jason of Part 2.
Yeah, Jason's a bit of a klutz in Part 2.
You have to give it to Michael. Because Michael never, even when he escaped the psychiatric ward, got the mask on, he wasn't clumsy, it's hard to test their strength because of who they went after. They went after...
Well, you can test Michael's on. Michael is freakishly strong in the first movie because he lifts that guy with one arm and
that is true.
Sticks him to a wall.
Michael 1 versus Jason 2, I think hands down, you have to give it to Michael. I mean, would you disagree?
Kind of, because Jason from 2 and Jason from 3 are the same thing.
Well, Jason 2 through 4 is basically the same.
And Jason in 3, I think it was 3, he popped someone's eye out.
Right. I give him... Jason 2 through 4, I give him the strength, but I guess you have to add up...
And I give him speed, too, because he runs in those movies. He's not...
But we did see Michael, when he escapes, he has agility. He has the ability.
He does. He can run when he wants to.
So, I mean, let's not ignore that. We're talking about when you put up a younger Michael, and this is just round 1 type of information. You know, we'll add up the facts. You know, if Michael got to Jason in Jason 2, before Jason could see, get the mask on, and develop his craft, I do think Michael would take...
Like, could Michael deliver a killing blow onto Jason 2? Because he might be able to outperform him a little bit, but he'd still have to finish him off and not leave him and think he's done. Because if you give Jason an opening...
He's likely to
get back up. And we see that. And finish him off.
Jason, alive Jason, could take a beating. I mean, we've seen Tommy nearly chop off his hand. He gets back up.
He got hung.
Yeah.
In Part 3.
And he used his strength. So yeah, Michael, using his strength, would have to go for a killer blow for the Jason 2 through 4.
Yeah.
If he does not, then I would give it to I would give it to Jason, but I do feel like Michael would give a killing blow. Mind you, what killed Jason in Part 4? What was the final? What killed Jason?
Machete to the face.
All right, so I think
it went into his face. It wasn't and slit his face in half. It's not just bam and you're done.
So he
cut his face in half.
So basically, could we say Michael would have to take his knife and put it in Jason's head?
Yeah.
Basically.
And not even that, because he took an axe to the head in Part 3.
Well, but then in the mask slowed it down because it got lodged right in the head there.
It went through the mask and everything and lodged into his skull. Lodged
in his skull, but I don't think it didn't make brain. You can use it didn't make brain contact. Now we can go to the easy round, and that easy round obviously would be Jason 6 through
Kane Hodder, Jason.
Yeah.
Come on.
There is a no-brainer. However, Jason, I don't think Michael's smart.
I think Michael's smart.
He is?
Yeah.
Would you believe he would do what Tommy did in 6?
No. Tommy had pre-existing knowledge, though.
That is true. That strength versus strength, I would give...
That you cannot compare.
No, hear me out. Jason's strength 6 and beyond is insanity. Yes. Michael's strength consistently, I would believe, would give Jason a run for his money. I would not give him the W, but he isn't messing with a camp counselor either. Would you at least agree in that element?
No.
Would you at least give him the...
No, here's why. Michael goes against teens who never leave town. Jason goes against people who are actually adept at being in the woods. So they have knowledge of survival knowledge.
There's... I give it that. I really do.
I don't mean all of them now. Some of those teens should never be in the woods.
Yeah, like the ones from 6.
No, not the ones from 6. The ones from 6 were all backwood, no, not backwood hillbilly, but small town.
Well,
Hicks
7, most of them was city people, and then 8 was...
7 was, 7 was the city people, and that's the psychic one. The one where she was...
She used the psychic...
And that's sort of like Jason's gone against a superpower.
Yeah.
Michael has gone against
no one.
Jamie, who's having visions.
Same willpower.
Yeah.
Well, like I said, I don't... When you're talking about that Jason versus Michael Myers, I would never make Michael Myers on the same level. I'm just saying his strength and his will...
Let's do something fun here. Something I've never really seen. Let's swap the victims. Could Jamie Lee beat Jason, and could Tommy beat Michael?
I feel Tommy would beat Michael.
Tommy could slow Michael.
Yeah.
I don't think Jamie could beat
because
Jason.
Jason was being a woodsman.
Jamie Lee, Lauren.
Yeah, well, but we all know what you're talking about. She really escaped because...
She ran into, luck and right time.
Pure luck and timing. In the woods, you don't have that with Jason.
Yeah.
You really don't. And that's I think Tommy and the Mind Girl would wipe the floor with Michael.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about that. I'm just saying, in the end, if